In the next 3 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact protocol I'd follow if I wanted to lose 30 pounds of fat by the end of the year. And it works so well that your friends are going to accuse you of taking Ozempic. This is the exact same protocol that turned James into a fitness model and helped Kent lose 15 kilos of fat in as many weeks. I'll warn you now, there's not going to be any fancy editing. But if you can't sit still and pay attention for 180 seconds, well, you're pretty much So full screen the video, lock in, and let's start the timer. The first thing I do is use the free calorie calculator in the top link of the description to get my ideal calorie deficit and macros. Then I'd use an app like MyFitnessPal or MacroFactor to make sure I'm actually eating the right amount. I wouldn't try to be perfect every day. I'd multiply my deficit number by 7 and give myself a weekly calorie budget instead, having low calorie days at the start of the week and higher calorie days at the weekend when I'm more tired or on social occasions. I prioritize protein, fiber, and water, particularly at the start of the day. All three fill you up, give you more energy, stabilize your blood sugar, and speed up your metabolism. Then I'd fill the rest of my calories with slow digesting carbs like rice and potato and healthy fats from fish or eggs. I'd clean out my kitchen cupboard and fridge of any crap that's going to hold me back. I'd delete all the food delivery apps so I'm not tempted to order junk food. I'd cook with 1 calorie spray instead of oil or butter. I'd use the light version of my favorite condiments like ketchup or mayo. And I'd cut out liquid calories, alcohol, smoothies, milk, fancy coffees, sodas, all of them. The only things I drink are water, electrolytes, Americanos, sugar-free squashes, and 0-calorie sodas. But I'd also make sure I'm eating at least one thing I love every single day so it feels like I'm cheating on my diet. So I'd swap out any fatty, sugary snacks like chips, chocolate, or ice cream that are adding thousands of calories without even filling you up for low-calorie options like protein bars, air pop popcorn, or ice cream brands like Halo Top. Because this isn't about creating a restrictive diet, it's about creating a healthier lifestyle. Speaking of creating a healthier lifestyle, I'd make sure I start moving more. The average guy does less than 40,000 steps a week. I'd make sure I'm hitting at least 70,000 because I'd know that that's going to help me burn an extra pound of fat every week. So I'd take the stairs instead of the elevator. I'd swap out car rides under 2 miles for walks, and I would get a walking pad on Amazon and do all my Zoom calls on that. Just like my calories, I wouldn't obsess over hitting 10,000 every single day, but I would make sure that I didn't miss my weekly target. And I'd be going to the gym at least 3 times a week, but I wouldn't be obsessing over ab workouts or intense cardio. I'd focus on mastering the big compound movements like squats, deadlifts, bench, and rows that use the biggest muscles and burn the most calories. And I do everything I can to make sure I'm sleeping well, because that not only keeps the cravings at bay, but it makes it easier to stick to the plan and stay motivated. So I buy blackout blinds, a fan, and a good set of earplugs to make sure my bedroom is as cold, dark, and quiet as possible. Then I give myself a 10 p.m. bedtime and follow the 3-2-1 rule, where I stop eating 3 hours before bed, stop drinking 2 hours before, and stop scrolling 1 hour before. And finally, I track everything: my calories, macros, workouts, steps, sleep, and water. Because the more data you have, the less emotion you feel. And the less emotion you feel, the easier it is to stay the course. But above all, if I wanted to be 30 pounds lighter, I'd start acting like that man right now. Because you can talk the talk, and believe me, I know a lot of guys who do, but if you don't walk the walk, nothing's going to change. You know exactly what you need to do. You're not stupid or lazy. You're just stuck in a broken old identity. When you start living and breathing the habits and the attitude of the man who's in shape, that's when you become the man. That's a whistle-stop tour of how I'd lose 30 pounds by the end of this year, but I appreciate it's much easier said than done. Anyone can watch this video and implement what I've talked about for a couple of weeks, but the men who get the best results and then more importantly make it stick are the men who are breaking that old identity and focus on being consistent over weeks and months. It didn't take you days to put on 30 pounds, so it's not going to take you days to lose it. This is a process and it requires guidance, and that's exactly what I do with the clients I work on my coaching program with. So if you want me to put you together your own personalized workout and nutrition plan and give you all the support and accountability over the next few months so that you can lose those 30 pounds by the end of this year, then click the second link in the description so that you can check out exactly how my coaching program works. And if you want a more detailed breakdown of how to get to 12% body fat by the end of this year, you can watch this video next.